Big day here in Philly. Finally made a move for James Harden. Joel got some help. I don't know, man. I'm excited. I'm happy this deal is done. And Ben is gone. This punk ass. Sorry, but yeah. But to see how James plays is up for debate. We'll see, but I will say this. Finally get Joel some help in this season where this could be his MVP season. Now how James plays is to be determined, I guess you can say. You know what I mean? He ain't been playing too good as of late. But I really feel like that's just because he wanted to get up out of Brooklyn. Brooklyn got some good pieces though. You know what I'm saying? They definitely gonna be a contender regardless because they got KD, but now they got Ben. The defense is there for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they got their big man too. They got Seth, added another shooter to their roster. You know what I mean? But we got James. James is here. The pick and roll is in effect. You hear me? This is about to be epic. All the haters saying, you know what I mean, James ain't this, James ain't that, this ain't the old James, this ain't the Houston James. No. I mean, that may be true, but guess what? We got James, so we'll see what happens here. You know what I mean? I'm happy for it, especially after these last few games by the Sixers. You know what I mean? Look, we beat up on Chicago. All right, I'm not gonna say beat up. Joel beat up on Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So with James being here, that should space out the floor a little bit more for Joel to do what he do. James can facilitate. He does facilitate. This is his best. This is the best big man he's had since he's been in the league. Keep it 100. All the haters can hate all they want, but it's a fact. Now to see what he does, to be determined. But I think this is a great pickup for the Sixers. He was supposed to be here last season, but the way the Rockets is set up, you know what I mean? They didn't want to trade James here with Morey. You know what I mean? That's some hater-ish too, but whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We here now. This is the situation. And let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Wrap it by a little bit later. So we didn't have to give up Matisse nor Maxey. We gave up a shooter, one of our best shooters, and Seth, who's taken a crazy dip since the beginning of the season, unfortunately. And I like Seth, but it took Seth to give up to get James, and so be it. I mean, come on now. Now, on the take of who won on this trade, I don't think anybody won it. Well, I don't think you're going to be able to tell who won this trade until the postseason. Until we see who does what in the postseason, we're not going to know who won this trade, right? So, I mean, in my opinion, it's even playing field as of right now. Because with Brooklyn getting Ben, that's defense. With Brooklyn getting Seth, that's another shooter. And then Brooklyn got Drummond. It's a big man. Who's going to, you know what I'm saying? He going to play defense, you know what I'm saying? Going to get your rebounds and all that, you know what I'm saying? And lob and yada, 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 you know what I mean? And, I like Drummond too. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But we got James, damn it. All right? The pick and roll is here. James can create. He does everything that he is everything that we didn't have. As far as another scorer, somebody that's able to create and get buckets when buckets are needed in crucial times. Now, everybody's gripe with James right now, or with James period, is in the playoffs, he disappears. But in my opinion, when he was with Houston, he never had a big man like a Joel. He never had that player to do what a Joel can do. Dominate. Now, he's had scorers. He's had people that can shoot. He's had players, teammates that can shoot, score, create, facilitate, and all that other good stuff. But he's never had a big man. He's never had a center. He's never had, that big man. You know what I mean? Now, you coming from Brooklyn with Kyrie and KD. Last year, they didn't win nothing, did they? No. So, with him coming here, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this should be a better fit for the Sixers. I feel like the Sixers are going to come out as the winners of this trade. I mean, that's in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing, my biggest concern with this whole situation was, as the talks was going on for however long it's been going on, was trading Tyrese and trading Matisse. I didn't want either one of those players to go. Everybody else was expendable. Keep it a whole 100. I wish it was Shake and Tobias, honestly. I mean, keep it a whole 100 with you. You know what I mean? Shake, Tobias, and Ben, but I'm pretty sure they weighed their options with that as far as Morey goes. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? It didn't happen that way, but, it's all good. So, man, look. I love the trade, man. I just don't know what James Harden we're going to get. That's the only issue. You know what I'm saying? My first pick as far as this trade goes was Dame. Get Dame here. You know what I mean? But again, I know Morey wanted to get James here last season, but because of the Houston, the owner of Houston, or the Rockets, wasn't going to trade him here with Morey. You know what I'm saying? That's some spiteful, deceitful, whatever you want to call it, type of ish or whatever like that, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, even if we didn't make this trade, I really feel like we was going to pursue him. Or not even pursue. I think he just came here after the season. So, we get him now, which is great. I love it. This is big for the Sixers. Joel, or this, MVP season that he's, that he's putting forward this right now at the moment. Get him the help, another scorer, somebody that can create, shoot, all of that. Checks off all of the offensive attributes that you need to pair him with, to pair Joel with somebody. You know what I'm saying? We have that. And then we finally get rid of this punk behind Ben. I'm happy, man. The sun is shining. It's nice outside right now. You know what I mean? It's getting warm. You feel me? I'm about to go pick my daughter up and all that good stuff. My man over here speed walking like a monkey. Speed walk, you dig? You stop playing. But I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a good move for the Sixers, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, it's too early to tell who won in this trade. Everybody's, as the trade broke, having conversations with my uncle and hearing cats on ESPN and a couple of my homies talking or whatever like that. They don't believe in James anymore. And hey, man, that's cool. Fine. But what I found out, or a common denominator with those people are, they are Philly sports team haters. You feel what I'm saying? So, but nonetheless, man, this is a big trade. It worked out for the Sixers. Something finally worked out. Joel finally has somebody that he can kick the ball to. He doesn't have to rely on, being the the only player on the team that is able to put up points. Takes a lot of pressure off of him. And another thing is too, now Tobias, you know what I'm saying? Tobias is still here. You feel me? But, and again, I like Tobias too. You know what I mean? He is just not consistent. But now, he's not that number 2 scorer on the team. So we don't have to rely on Tobias to score these points that he's not able to do. You know what I mean? He's not able to produce. So this should be good. You know what I mean? This should take some of that pressure off of Tobias. Maybe Tobias can go ahead and just play his game, do what he does. You know what I mean? You don't have to rely on him to get us that 22 to whatever amount of points that, you know what I'm saying, 22 to 27 that I always speak of, or 22 to 25 that I always talk about. You know what I'm saying? Man, now he can give us the 15 or 20 or whatever have you. You dig what I'm saying? And he still got Maxey. Don't count Maxey out, man. Maxey's still here. Maxey still can put up his points. Maxey can still do his thing. You know what I mean? Now, will he start? That's the question now. How is Doc gonna put this lineup together with James coming here? Is Maxey still going to be the point guard? Will he move him to shooting guard? Will he come off the bench? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Doc may have Maxey come off the bench, have James push point, and then put Matisse. Matisse may start because of his defensive abilities and capabilities, and Furkan probably a start at that shooting guard position. That's what I'm seeing as of right now. That's what I see as of right now. That may happen. Do I like that lineup? But James Harden being here should ease up a lot of pressure off of Joel and ease up pressure off of Tobias. Let's see how this play out. I think we play tomorrow anyway, so we will definitely check that game out. You mean? So, yeah, man. I'm happy. All you haters, man. Y'all sit your behind down and watch these games. Watch these Sixers play, because we've been balling anyway. You know what I'm saying? But the last couple of games been rough. You know what I mean? Whatever. We lost the last few games. The way I envision it, this should be good. This is definitely good. A good look for Joel and the Sixers for sure. How it works out, we'll see. But we should be able to get out the second round for sure. Because we wasn't gonna get out the second round. We wasn't gonna get out the first damn round with the lineup we got now, or we had prior to this trade. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, Seth, Drummond, love them cats. You know what I'm saying? I like them. You know what I mean? They're good role players. You know what I mean? Especially when Seth is clicking, when he on. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna miss that shooting, but that extra shooter. You know what I'm saying? But we got James here. Pick up that slack. Hopefully Furkan start kicking up. You know what I mean? To start clicking for Furkan. And Maxey start stepping his game up a little bit more. I mean, young boy been balling, but we definitely need a little bit more production from Tyrese. And let's have Matisse do his thing, man. Matisse been getting better at his jumper's been getting better. You know what I'm saying? Defense is there. You know what I mean? But this is exciting. This is very exciting. You know what I mean? Should be real good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. All you haters, man. Still getting messages from these haters, though. Real quick before I forget my thought, as I drop my daughter off about this Harden trade, right? You got Tobias that should, keyword, should be able to use this, you know what I'm saying, should be able to use this to his advantage. Because now, we're not counting on him to give us that 20-something points, like I said earlier, right? But he will not be double-teamed at all, right? And then you take away Seth and his point-scoring ability and his shooting and everything like that, right? But you're adding James Harden, who can give you anything from 25 to 40, whatever, a night. You know what I'm saying? Not on a night-to-night basis, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Along with the way Joel is playing, plus Tobias is 15 to 18, maybe 20 or whatever. Bro, how can you not like this trade? This works out for the Sixers better than what we really expect. You know what I mean? Or what we really, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, listen. This dude is finna come in here and give us, I really think that he's going to come and give us 25 points a night. Easy. With Joel being double teamed, Joel not going to see as many double teams as he was before. Tobias is not going to get double teamed. You know what I'm saying? James is going to come in here and go nuts. This team is just, it's going to be so much spacing on this floor. It's going to be so much spacing. It's bro. So much spacing, bro. Like, for real. Dang, man. In the way, boy. My bad. Can't park here. Anyway. So much spacing. It's not even funny. Joel, the way he plays all over the floor. Him and James, like I said, in the pick and roll. You know what I mean? Tobias should be able to produce a lot with these two players on the floor. So pretty much in retrospect, we got a little big three going on right now. And James plays defense. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's not a Ben, he's not a Matisse. He ain't the best defender in the league, but give you a little bit of defense here and there. You know what I mean? He's not gonna, you know what I mean? He's not gonna body up on you. You're not gonna get dunked on. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, this is gonna be very interesting, to say the least. You feel what I'm saying? So the space on the floor it should be very, very nice for Tobias, especially. It should be too much spacing. And what I keep hearing is that they're gonna start Danny again. I'm not happy about that, but I mean, what's your other options in that spot? I said Korkmaz at small forward. Shooting guard. Unless, because James is a point guard, you move Maxey to shooting guard. James, Maxey, Korkmaz, Tobias, and Bede. That's what I'm thinking. I'm starting to think, and I keep hearing they saying that they're not going to do that. They're going to start Danny Green at that small forward position. I don't like that at all. Danny absolutely sucks. But, like I said, man, unless Danny start hitting some damn shots, then it'll work out. Danny don't get no defense. Ugh, God. Matisse doesn't produce offensively. But the defense, I feel like you should substitute that offense for defense, hands down, in that spot. I feel like Matisse needs to start. You know what I mean? But you got Shake coming back soon. I'm trying to see if the parking spot over there. But you got Shake coming back soon. So that's another ball handler. We'll see how it all turns out, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So here you go. James Harden to Philly. Ben is gone. My opinion, there is no loser with this trade. As of right now, of course, because no one has played the game. But what I'm saying is, I mean, we're going to have to wait until the postseason or the end of the season to see who really won in this whole trade situation. In my opinion, because I am a Sixers fan, I really believe that we did. But I don't think that neither team really trumps each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, well, this team is this much better than that team with this trade, honestly. Now, granted, well, thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, Ben's going to go and ball. I'm just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Ben is going to go there. You know what I'm saying? He played great defense, and he's going to be able to do what he does without the ball. Even, you know what I'm saying? He's not a shooter. And I know it's going to be crazy if he comes out and starts shooting threes and start hitting them jumps. You know what I'm saying? Or his free throw percentage goes up. But I don't give a damn. Bye, Ben. You know what I'm saying? If he goes to Brooklyn and balls out, cool, cuz. Do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Punk ass. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But anyway. Yeah, but what was I saying? Oh. I mean, I just feel like James coming here benefits this team way more than Seth, Drummond, and Ben going to Brooklyn. And I'm gonna tell you why. First, starters. Embiid is on his way to being the MVP of the league this season. And if he's not the MVP of the league this season, he got snubbed again. You know what I mean? This dude, he's balling out, bro. Like, I don't know what else you need. What other proof you need from him? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other proof you need from him. You know what I'm saying? To prove that he is the MVP of the league. But regardless of that, bringing Harden here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and of course it depends on how he plays. You know what I'm saying? But you can say that's a guaranteed 25 points. 25 points, 8 rebounds, maybe 10 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? 6 to 10 freaking assists. You dig what I'm saying? So there is no lose. We did not lose in this trade. You know what I mean? I've seen a couple little memes or whatever from like Nets fans and whatnot saying that they robbed us. I don't see how you figure. First of all, Ben Simmons ain't played all season. We know he doesn't have any mental issues. We know that. We know he's not hurt. We know that. He didn't play here because he's scared. You know what I mean? If you feel like you won by bringing in a little punk, I'll stop calling names. Bringing in Ben, who's not mentally prepared to play, as he was saying. But as we've seen throughout the years that he's been in the league, he's not that type of player. You know what I mean? So how did Brooklyn win in this trade? You got Seth. That's another shooter for y'all. Great. I like Seth. I would have rather maybe Tobias go and we keep Seth here, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm satisfied with the trade, mainly because we didn't have to give up Maxey and Thibault. You feel what I'm saying? So, but as far as Seth goes, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been producing like he did in the beginning of the season. He did it last season when he was here. He started off hot. And then mid-season just died down to damn near being a non-factor. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got Seth. They got another shooter. Great. They got a big man in Drummond. But Drummond's going to give you the boards. He's going to give you the boards. He's going to give you some defense. You know what I mean? But he ain't gonna go out there and put up 15, 16, 20 points a game. So, I mean, but that's good for them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Drum. I like Seth. You know what I'm saying? And I like them. I mean, but shit. I don't see how we lost. But anyway, I mean, you bring Harden here. Now, whether Doc is going to have him pushing point, 9 times out of 10 he will, because he's a point guard. Is Doc going to have Maxey start? I feel like Maxey starts at point guard, Harden starts at shooting guard, but Harden controls the rock more. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I feel. Okay, let's do this. My starting lineup has nothing. Danny Green is nowhere near the starting lineup to me, bro. But we'll see what happens, what Doc does. I doubt that he'll start, but my starting lineup would be James Harden at point guard, Tyrese Maxey at shooting guard. Tyrese Maxey at shooting guard. James Harden at what am I talking about? Tyrese Maxey at point guard, James Harden at shooting guard, Matisse Thybulle at the 3, Tobias at 4, and Embiid at 5. Right? And then what Doc should do, in my opinion, what I would do if I was the coach, right? I would, those are your starters: Maxey, Harden, Thybulle, Tobias, and then Embiid. It's my starting 5. That would be my starting 5. But then what I would do is I would let the starters run up until maybe like the 8 to 9 minute mark, sub them out, let Maxey stay in up until the beginning of the second quarter. Let Maxey ball out. Or even throughout, you know what I mean? Maybe at the 10-minute mark, take Maxey out, let him sit out until you bring all the starters back in. You know what I'm saying? Or start to bring them in, you know what I mean? But I would fluctuate their times so that Maxey is pushing point also at some point in time in the game where he control and go out and, pick up the pace and, you know what I mean, do what Maxey does. You know what I mean? I would do it that way instead of just having James just be strictly the point guard. You know what I mean? But like I said, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what Doc does. You know what I mean? And I really feel like the only way this team doesn't make it past, we're just going to keep it at past the second round because it's been a struggle for the past few years. Only way this team does not make it past the second round is if Doc messes this up. How Doc messes it up? What I just said. If he does not bring these players back in after letting them rest, you know what I'm saying? Because they got that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't think of you call it not time restriction, but that set time where Joel comes in or where they go out. You feel what I'm saying? How Joel goes out around like that 10-minute mark or 8-minute mark, 9-minute mark, whatever it is in the first quarter, sits out until like the 7-minute mark in the second and fourth quarter, then he comes back in. If Doc does that with James and Embiid, instead of bringing these players in sooner, I really feel like it's gonna mess up a lot because our bench is not that good. So keep it all the way 100. You know what I mean? Korkmaz, he's up and down. Shake, you don't know what you're gonna get with Shake. You know what I mean? Danny Green stinks. We ain't got no other big man. You know what I mean? Bashy's a solid big man that's up and coming, but we ain't got no big man. You know what I mean? Outside of Joel now. You know what I mean? But like I said, having them sitting on the bench for too long is going to mess this whole thing up. Now, Doc started to bring Tobias in a little bit earlier or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? That's great, but when we down and the bench ain't doing too much, it's time to bring your starters in, cuz. Like, what is you doing? You feel me? But we'll see what Doc does. You know what I mean? But like I said, I would leave Maxey in the game. When the starters will sit down, leave that young boy in the game. Let him pick up the pace. You know what I'm saying? Come in there, pick the pace up. Let him do his thing. 4 or 5 minutes into the second quarter, fourth quarter or whatever, you let Maxey sit down, get his rest. Then you start bringing in the Tobias. You know what I mean? Start bringing in the rest of the starters. You feel me? This bench stinks, bro. This bench stinks. But you know, I forgot. We got Paul Millsap too, though. You know what I mean? Millsap wanted out. He's older. He's a vet, seasoned. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, if he does stay and he does actually play, you know, that's going to be solid for us too, with him coming off of the bench. So there is no lose in this trade, bro. There is really it's no loss for us in this trade. The only L we take out of this trade is giving up Drummond. Honestly. You know what I mean? But the reason why you give up Drummond is because after the season, we only had him on a 1-year contract deal. You know what I'm saying? After the season, he's going to be due for some bread. So you off him now to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? James opted into his option for next year. He's here through next year. There is no loss in this, bro. This trade is exactly what this team needed. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of the pressure off, like I said. A lot of pressure off of Joel. Now we have that player that can create, score at will, facilitate, you know what I'm saying? And he's now at the age where he can teach Maxey, you know what I mean? Well, he know whatever. You feel what I'm saying? He coach up Maxey now too. We did not take no L in this, bro. This is a great trade. I would have preferred Dame, but I am not mad at this trade. This trade is great for this team. You know? So we'll see what Doc does though with the lineup, and you know what I'm saying? But I expect Maxey to still start. I don't see why you would have Maxey come off the bench the way he's been playing. And this is his second year. Oh my God, thank you. Yo, we did not have to give up Maxey. We did not have to give up Matisse to get James Harden. This is like the best scenario right here, dude. Like, this is, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm hyped. I can't wait for them to start playing. I can't wait. I mean, Ben comes back on March 10th here in Philly. You know what's going to happen to this boy when he walks on the court. He'll get booed out the city. Did it to yourself, kid. All right, my bad. I had a phone call. Cricket now. Jeez. Anyway, plus I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, so I mean, basically, what I'm trying to say is, if y'all haven't gotten the gist of what I'm putting down right now, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't picking up what I'm putting down, Sixers should get to the finals this year. I mean, there is no big man in this league that can stop Joel. Now you add a James Harden to the equation, right? Hear me out. Add James Harden to the equation, who is going to be able to give you the points that you need. He's going to be able to find that open man. You know what I'm saying? Say this, right? Dump the ball down to Joel, he gets double teamed, you kick it out to James. If they rotate, James drives to the basket, that leaves Joel open underneath the basket, one, or Joel open at the three. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? At the 3-point line, or Tobias is wide open because he's not going to get double teamed as much as he would if driving to the basket. Now we got a sure shooter in James. Right? So this on paper works. Right? Now the question is, how will they gel if they're able to gel together and really make this run? My belief, in my opinion, I believe it will happen. You know what I'm saying? For the reasons what I just said. You know what I'm saying? James is able to create, score, you know what I'm saying, at will. And then you got an unstoppable big in the middle that's having an MVP season right now. This is this should be, let's put it this way. This should be a match made in heaven right here with Joel and James. And then you add Tobias. And taking that pressure off of Tobias is really going to help this kid out, man. It's really going to help Tobias out, man. Him not having to worry about shots missed or having to put up a certain amount of points for this team to win and to help Joel, because now you got James that can put up 25 points to 30 points a night. You understand? Now, I was saying, I personally rather us to have picked up Dame. If we could have made that work, trade for Dame, I just feel like that would have been a way better fit. But again, like I said, this should be a perfect fit for the Sixers. This really should be. And like I said, man, the only way this doesn't work is if Doc it up. In my opinion. You always gotta throw that in there because people be like, oh, you tripping up. Anyway. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, I really feel like this should work. It should be no reason that this team is not in the finals this year. Yeah, Brooklyn will be in the way, but bro, like, you had with Tobias that's able to give you 30 points a night. It was able to give you 30 points at given. He has that ability, especially now with James. It takes a lot of attention off of him. With James here, like, he should be able to give you something. You know what I'm saying? He may not average up there. He may not give you 25 a night. But what I'm saying is, it should lighten the load for Tobias. Tobias is definitely going to give you 18 points. 15 to 18 points. That is very manageable for Tobias, especially now. You know what I'm saying? He won't have to do as much, which really wasn't a lot. What I'm trying to say is he wouldn't have to do as much as he would, you know what I'm saying, without a James Harden or without another person that's able to give you these type of, you know what I'm saying, these stats, these points. You feel what I'm saying? And Tobias has stepped his defensive game up too. Don't sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Maxey. Maxey's able to go out and out of nowhere just give you a burst of energy and drop 5 straight buckets. Throw a couple threes in there. I definitely would love to see Tyrese shoot more threes because he has a nice little jumper. But listen, don't get me wrong. That little floater he got is it's beautiful. So, I mean, if he's able to continue to do what he's doing, come on, bro. Like, I mean, this on paper, I'm going to keep saying on paper because they haven't even played yet. But on paper, this works. On paper, we should be in the finals. Should be. James is better than Jimmy. Jimmy almost got us past that second round. Almost got us to the conference finals. You know what I'm saying? And James is better than Jimmy. So, this should work. Will it work? Yes, I think so. But we will have to see. I'm going to pump the brakes just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I'm still hype. I'm still going to talk my shit. Because I'm going to talk my shit regardless. You know what I mean? But this should work. So, I'm excited for it. You know what I mean? I don't know when the first game James is going to play. Hopefully it's tomorrow. I don't know who we playing tomorrow, but I hope James is playing tomorrow. You know what I mean? Brooklyn's only up the block. Only across the bridge, baby. Should get here real quick. You know what I mean? But one thing James will do, he's going to party. You know what I mean? So, that may be an issue. But then again, it may not, because Philly ain't got no nightlife no more. So, but we'll see. There is a few casinos here, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, this is a good pickup for the Sixers with James Harden. This trade was, I mean, this is perfect. Ain't nothing like this happened in Philly since T.O. A big name player that still can contribute the way that they do. We ain't had nothing like this since T.O. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, this should work. This should definitely get us to that next level, definitely out of the second round. And if it doesn't, blow this up. If we don't get out the second round this year, dog, blow this shit up, bro. All right, the moves have been made. We got the players here now. You know what I mean? This is time to do something with it. I mean, to me, it seemed like, you know what I mean, Morey said, look, man, especially with the way Joel playing, this is championship or bust. You know what I mean, you bring in James. James said, I'm going to stay here for at least another year. You know what I mean, I'm going to come here and play. I'm going to opt into this next year. You know what I mean, y'all got me next year. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. Ain't nothing else to say right now, man. All right? I didn't say everything I need to say. All right? Sixers need to show and prove now. Don't make me look stupid. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Stay blessed, stay positive, stay away from that goofy ish, man. I'm going to holler at you.